Okay. All right. I think I got it. If you can hear me, say I can hear you. And if you can't hear me, say nothing because you can't hear me. Because you wouldn't have heard the command. You wouldn't have heard me tell you to say you could hear me. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Cool. If you could hear the music, because I could, I think you should be able to hear me. Yeah. So, the issue I was having is this guy says John. We can hear you. Coming through loud and clear. Good. All right. Yeah, the issue I was having first there's a company called StreamYard that we used to use over at vidIQ. I don't know if they still use it, but yeah, they ended up raising their prices to like something crazy. Here, let me show you something real quick. All right, so let's go to StreamYard, and I just want you to see how much bullshit this is. So, you see StreamYard, looks like a normal website, whatever. There's Gary Vee plastered on the front. Then you go to pricing, and normally, like, pricing pages take you through a bunch of bullshit to try to convince you that, hey, the price is worth it until you get to the end. And you there's no pricing listed on this. Like, how much of a freaking how unethical does this feel? Like, how skeevy do you have to be to not put your pricing on your pricing page? Like, that's fucked up. In StreamYard, if you ever hear this, I'm telling you, you fucking suck for that. Why would you ever do that? You know, I have to go to ChatGPT or something and figure out your price outside of your website. Like, how does that help you? How does this is ridiculous. So anyway, I was going through something called EV Mux, which is like a different StreamYard, and the pricing is pretty clear. You can see it right there, right? And of course, you always got to tick this because they try to switch you to the pay for the full year, but it's still 25 a month, and I think that that's what StreamYard used to be, and now it's like $50 a month or some shit. I don't really know off the top of my head, and it's not like I can see it on their pricing page, right? StreamYard, right? So yeah. Anyway, I guess it wasn't sending the sound, and so I just switched to OBS. The one thing I really wanted it for was to be able to highlight comments to make them show up on the screen, right? But I can set up StreamBot or StreamerBot for that, and I'll just cancel my subscription, I guess, because there's nothing else I really wanted to do with that EV Mux thing. So anyway, that's how things have been going, and of course you can see me trying to figure out what's going on with ChatGPT, and yeah. Anyway, so the point of this stream, I wanted to start doing some reviews and helping people out. Let me just break it down on where my head's at with Creator Rant. Um, Creator Rant is a couple different things, but first and foremost, it's a place where I can rant about content creator stuff because they say make content about. First of all, wow, look at that thumbnail. That is a good looking thumbnail right there. Wow. Blender Vitals is great, by the way. Anyway, they say make content about stuff that you could talk about for hours and rant about and whatever, like, makes you emotional. Like, it pulls at your, like, there's so many things about content creation in the world of YouTube and everything that piss me off that I just want to share my opinions, and so Creator Rant was born. But along with that, I want to help other creators, you know, grow, right? And I found that the best way to do that is to devote attention to individual creators. The toughest part about doing general advice for everybody is that it doesn't apply to everybody. Like when I would do the live streams with vidIQ and stuff, I went through those creators. I went through a couple of my old live streams, and I went and I looked at those creators to see how they were doing today, and there's been no improvement. Not really. And it's not really my fault because it kind of comes down to like how much work they want to put into it. But had I been able to give the individual more attention and help them grow, like have a tailored plan for that creator, I know that they would be a lot bigger than they are right now. And so yeah, that's kind of the goal, at least for now, that's what I really want to do. And so I will go on Reddit, and there's this one subreddit called Shorts Algorithm that the guy saw me giving advice on, and he wanted me to be a mod on the channel. I don't think he's on there too much. And so on the Shorts Algorithm channel, I'm deleting a lot of stuff because a lot of people are trying to promote and everything. But every now and then I'll see a creator come through that I'm like, holy crap, that's actual original content. And it's tough because there's so many other, I'm not even going to call them creators, but other Redditors that will post, hey, why is my short not growing or whatever, and it's not original content. Dude, like, I swear to God, it's like 19-to-1 ratio that it's lazy content creators, and then it's one that's actually creating something original. And so I really want to somehow funnel the people that deserve it to me, where I could actually help them and actually devote some attention to them. And so that's what I want to do. Things are going to be a little slow to start. I'm sure I'm going to have some days where people aren't watching my streams or whatever. But the point of these streams, it is to help you. Whoever wants to jump in and they could submit their thing. Yeah, of course I want to help. But also, I'm recording content right now. And it makes things a lot easier for me to just take the recorded live stream and cut it up and then put it as a video too. And so that's what I want to do. And I'm finding that with the Creator Rant channel, I don't really script anything. I get some ideas down and then I rant, and that's the whole point. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. Yeah, so even if there aren't a whole lot of people in here, it's like, that's all right. That's half the point. So yeah, this is what I do early on in the day, and I saw this guy here. He said, is there a hope to revive? Oh, sorry. The point I was trying to make earlier is now that I'm a mod on this channel, it's easier for me to help people out because I can post links without them getting deleted. And so there was one creator who is now a part of the Discord, StoryNo, and I saw that they were doing some 3D animation stuff very similar to mine, and I devoted a couple hours to getting some good advice, like giving them advice, and I, what is it, shorts.reviews. I put it on this website just so they could take a look, and it's like a 20-minute video, and it's just packed full of value for this one person. And if they do the things that I said, they will grow, they will get bigger, and I want to be able to do that for everybody. And I know it's impossible, but I feel like I can make a lot more of an impact if I focus on doing something like that to the creators that deserve it. Yeah. Okay, so this person, I don't know this person, but I did comment earlier talking to them. Yeah, right here. And I saw their content. Here's his problem. So I just got my first video to hit 500K today. Awesome. Looking back at metrics, the one from a few months back had really good potential. The format is similar to the one that's growing or going viral, so I wanted to see what I could do. Really, the person is stuck at 50K and it flatlined. You can see pretty clearly that's what's going on. And good for him. I mean, look, this is the normal cone that he usually does, and yeah, he's blown it away. But he is stuck, and I'll explain why here in just a second. So this was his content, which is nice to see, because it's original. Somebody accused him in the comments of stealing it. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Thank you so much. Somebody accused him. Man, I was like showing you the whole Reddit thing. This was the graph that he shared, and it's very clear that he's flat and lying. He's stuck now, right? And so I said it was really good because there's the cone right there, and it's just been flatlined for 165 days, and it's not going anywhere. It's not going to grow anymore, and so I'll explain why now. But it can. He can make it go again. I'll explain that too. But when I opened this, I was really excited to see an original creator. Styled Cobra, I guess, is the little thing, but it's Cobra Ready is the name, so I guess Styled Cobra is the, nope, it's not even Oiled Cobra. Soiled Cobra? OLED? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Cobra ready, strike like a... Oh, coiled. That's a C. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude. Okay. Well, anyway, that's confusing. You might want to work on that logo. But anyway, I was stoked to see this because it was original, and I like the format, how it's like a half and half view. Very, very streamer-like. So I'm just going to play this for a second. It's very, very cool, right? It's just super quick. That dude can fire fast. I know it. One thing that sucks is he's kind of going against the moderation, because it's tough with AI moderating everything on YouTube. You never know if they're gonna, just because there's a gun. But a couple things that I would tell them first is to get rid of the subscribe thing at the bottom. That's going to be covered up anyway when you're scrolling on your phone. And the build drill, as a layman coming into this, I don't know what a build drill is, but I know what shooting is. I know how fast things can go. Like, if you're going to put text on it, just like five shots in 0.2 seconds or whatever, like, that's impressive. That's something I can understand as somebody that doesn't do this, right? And then, of course, the coiled Cobra, now that I understand what it says, I would get rid of that too. Like, you don't need to brand stuff like this, because it's already, your stuff is already on the screen. YouTube does that for you. So, what could I tell him to help him out with this? He can't change the content, right? There's nothing else to really add, but if you wanted to redo it, you could say, this was that time I broke a record of blah, blah, blah. Like, you could do a little bit of a setup and build up to the shot, right? You could actually story this, and it would make the content longer, because this has got to be like, what, 5 seconds? It would make the content longer, and if it's that interesting to people that they stuck around and it got 50,000, I think if you just build a little bit of a story up to it, you would get a much better return on your investment of work. But what I told him is there's a reason that this flatline happened. And so the way Shorts flatlines work is it gives you a certain amount of impressions, and if you get a certain amount of engagement within that limit of impressions, it'll let you go up to the next level. So it starts off, here's 100 impressions. If you get 70 views with this percentage of watch time, I'll let you go up to 500 impressions. And so that's pretty easy to do. You get up to 500, and then it says, okay, now if you get this amount with this many, then I'll let you go up to 1,000. And so it'll keep doing that, but anytime you fail the test, that's where it flatlines. And so it goes 100, 500, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 15,000, and then 30,000. After 30,000, that is the hardest part to... 30,000 is the toughest test, because right after 30,000, it shoots up to 100,000. It's very rare that you see one stick at 50,000. And if it does stick between 30 and 100, that's where it failed, right? And so this guy was on a trajectory, and it would have been this right here, and then something went wrong. Maybe people stopped watching. I think the fact that it's so short probably hurt him a little bit. But the only way to make this thing go back up is to make more content, because when you do, say you make another one that's got a story built for it, then YouTube will shop this video to them next, or maybe in a few shorts later, right? So they watch a full short of yours where they give you like 120% retention, then YouTube's like, well, I'm going to show them this too, because this one, people seem to like this one. And so that's where this one could start to pick up a little bit. And if it starts to pick up, and then you start passing that test again, then this one will go viral. It doesn't mean it's dead. It's just YouTube is only trickling impressions on it now. But every now and then, you'll get one of those impressions that gets the perfect watch time, and then it's like, all right, I'm going to start trickling more impressions into there. And then, if you keep passing the test, then that's when you revive a flat line like this. So, that's how that happens. For those that don't know, anyway. Yeah, I've been trying to help all the original creators as much as possible, but I swear, man, there are just so many that it's like yesterday, this one person was struggling, and I went to look at their content, and it was PewDiePie's content, and one of the one of the man one of the most popular misconceptions from shorts creators is that editing or adding subtitles over somebody else's content makes it yours. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you use CapCut templates on a Marvel movie. It's not your fucking movie. It's Marvel's, and Marvel can copyright strike you at any point they want. And this person said, "Well, it hasn't gotten copyright strike, so it's not copyrighted." Right? That's not the case. It just means you haven't been caught yet. Like you will get caught eventually, and with YouTube's AI moderation going on right now, there's a good chance that your channel could get removed for that shit. I mean, it is dropping the hammer on people that don't deserve it. How do you think you're going to fare if you're taking somebody else's content? That's all I'm saying. My mouse isn't over there. It's right here. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's take a look at some of these real quick. How long does it take to get views again after a copyright takedown? If you saw my last post, forget I did that. I totally forgot that a week ago. One of the shorts I posted that used footage from WWE, it was a meme post, got taken down pretty quick. Yeah, the meme has to be pretty transformative, but then again, if it's something that's copyrighted, it almost doesn't matter. Like, YouTube will do anything to avoid being involved in shit like that. So it tries to leave it up to the creators, and yeah. I'm pretty sure I didn't get a strike on my channel. You would know. You'd be notified that it was a strike, but the video was taken down. That's okay. That's not a strike. I've seen posts saying that your views will be penalized for about 2 weeks. Can anyone confirm this? I don't know about this, because I know that when you get a copyright strike, you're not allowed to upload for a week. That's the only penalization I know about. I was getting 5,000 to 100,000 views a short, and now I'm getting nothing. This could be... Oh, sorry. This could be... Yeah. If you get a copyright takedown... If you get a copyright takedown and now all of a sudden you're not getting views, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily being penalized. It might mean that YouTube now is paying attention to you and they're realizing that most of your content is stolen. That could be the case. I mean, I don't know for sure. Let me take a look. Man, I hate it when they don't have a link to their channel, because like most of the time it's just really easy to point out what the problem is. Views have tanked. Why? This was 8 days ago. I was getting 1.5 million views a month on average with my shorts content. Memes with my music posted over them as a promotional tool. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Except that one NVMXer... Man, there was that one band that did this. They took stolen content or they would steal content and put their music over it. They take memes, put their music over it. I don't think they're around anymore because of that, because it's stolen content. It might work for a promotion, but you might lose your channel. Now I'm in the 1,000 view jail the last 3 weeks. See, this is what I'm saying. I feel like the AI moderation at some point, it starts to pay attention after it notices one and it realizes that you have a bunch of stolen content. Like, just stop, make your own content. Like, that's it. That's all you got to do. Like, stop looking for shortcuts. Damn. Ridiculous. Let's back up here. Do we need to resubmit if we submitted during the first live stream? Oh, yeah, let me take a look at that. It's just yours. Let me take a look. 1 second. Shorts, education, entertainment, internet niche. Okay, there's the URL. Yeah, that form that I had you fill out, it's a little funky right now. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm not used to the way it's set out. Okay. Ooh, sweet. All right, this looks like original content, which makes me happy. All right, that one Christian PNG tuber guy, and then there's it. So is this church related, or is that not? Is the church thing like? Does it relate to your content? I'm just wondering why it's there.
Grow a Garden is known as the game that changed Roblox, but still, it's a pretty basic game. So tell me, why the heck did a Grow a Garden movie get announced? And why the heck is the people behind the Sonic the Hedgehog movies working on this? Going from Sonic to Grow a Garden might be the biggest downgrade in history, but this studio is known for cooking up bangers. Still, I can't even begin to...
I have to restart this. I zoned out. I'm sorry. Give me a second. You talk about it on stream. Oh, okay, because it seems like you're making Christian content. I mean, like, that's what the description is for, so I don't know. I've seen that before where people put... I just, you know... it just seemed that way. All right, let me restart this again, because this editing is not something I expected. The word of the year.
Apparently there's a word of the year, and for some reason this year it's 6-7. This was a horrible idea, thought of by dictionary.com. And the worst thing is the fact...
Okay, I don't know where to look. Now, I'm not saying... Like, nothing's really bad about this. Man, who's the one that he kind of looks like a Pokemon? He does very similar content to this. Super popular. You might know who I'm talking about.
It's a word of the year. And for...
Okay, right now, let's just follow the eye line. Let's say it's like right here in the center, right?
Apparently...
Okay, so I'm looking at your eyes. Royal Pear. I edit for him. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's Royal Pear. Right now, I'm like looking right here.
There's a word of the year.
Okay, now I'm down here.
And for some reason this year it's 6-7. This was a horrible idea. Thought of by dictionary.com.
Okay, you go down here. Yeah, let me take a look at his real quick. Pingy Roach, Royal Pear, no Pingy. No, it's... I don't know what you're talking about. It's Royal Pear who I was thinking of. Royal Pear... There's something I'm wondering about his shorts. Because I didn't feel this before, where I didn't know where to look.
I tried the Subway Surfers no coin speedrun. I recently found out about this. I made a video on how the world record is over 2 hours.
Yeah, this... You know what? This seems easier to digest. And I think it's... Honestly, I know shorts are all about speed, but... Yours just seem a little too fast for me to follow. And it might just be me being old.
Without getting
no problem.
So I wanted to see how well I...
Yeah, and like, so if you edited this, you know how like slow and like you're giving me a chance to understand what's going on with this content.
Could do. Spoiler, I fucking suck. Problem number one.
And every time the character moves away, it replaces the center with something different to look at. And so as soon as you went to the dictionary.com, it's a shitload of words, first of all. And so I'm like, all right, do I follow the eyes? And then I see dictionary.com pop up down here, but then I see this up here, and
the worst thing is
okay, now you're in front of it, so I'm not sure where to look.
The fact that it isn't even a real word. It's 2 numbers. And what sucks is that they showed us the other options too, with them being or farm.
It's like, it's really hard to...
I didn't have a way to stream this on my phone, so we have to play the web version.
Man,
however, it's...
I'm telling you, just slow it down a little bit. That's all. Like, I know he's doing all the things that I'm saying not to do, but it's easier to follow because it's not so quick. Like, I don't feel nervous watching Royal Pear. I swear, it's like I know exactly where to look when I'm watching Royal Pear. Okay, cool. I'm glad that makes sense because you're clearly talented. Like you definitely have the chops for this. Let me take a look at like one of your popular ones and see what it feels like.
Fortnite is becoming a Roblox copy? Yes, you heard me right. I haven't played Fortnite in months, so I decided I would re-download the game and play it again. And all the normal battle royale...
Holy shit, this is great because you're not giving me like 10 different things to look at, right? It's really easy to pay attention to.
Fortnite is...
Like, okay, Fortnite's here. You might move up, but you replace Fortnite with something else, and that's what I'm looking at.
Becoming a Roblox copy? Yes.
Okay, now it's where do I look? At the only thing really on the screen,
You heard me right. I haven't played Fortnite
and your eyes are like center. Okay, fine. Even that change didn't confuse
in
my
months,
eyes.
so I decided I
Still not confused.
would re-download the game and play it again. And all the normal battle royale
Okay, now it's more of like a full screen, so it's
stuff
no
is still
problem.
here. There's just a few more now. But the issue lies when you go to the map. There are so many Roblox game clones, and just clones of other games, period. And the UI is suspicious.
In that spot, like, okay, so I think this one could have performed better had you been showing more of what you're talking about. Like, these clones, if you show the full screen, obviously I'm not going to know exactly where to look or where you want me to look. But if you... Let me just show you what I mean here. Did you take this picture? Wondering if I can find the exact picture you used. Or something similar, just to get my point across here. You believe so? Okay, so then I'm not going to find it. All right, let me show you what I mean. Because it's going to be a whole lot easier to... Oh, that's not going to help if it's not the right... ratio. All right, so when you're showing stuff in the center, like, don't be afraid to take your character off screen, right? But when you're saying like all these different clones, all you really gotta do is like have the one being shown in the middle, right? Oh no, I just lost my damn mouse. And then the other one just like blur it a little bit or whatever, so it really pops in the middle. Something like that. I mean, you could also darken the back if you wanted to. Like, that's always something that I try to do a little bit. I would also feather the edges now so it, like, pops out more. But if you're showing it bam, 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 that's quick. But it's fine because my eyes stay in the same spot. I'm not exhausted watching it. You know what I mean? Okay. Enough Google Lens.
Stuff is still here. There's just a few more now. But the issue lies when you go to the map. There are so...
Yeah, and so the maps too. Like, the maps can all be like, as long as you're showing the stuff centered. Like right now, you're staying on your character so much. I hope I'm saying the right thing. Character, VTuber, whatever, PNG tuber.
So many Roblox game clones, and just clones of other games, period. And the UI is...
Yeah, it's just, I bet you might have had a good bit of a drop off here, and that could have been your retention issue, because that's why this thing didn't go up to 100,000 or more. Because it's just showing you, so I'm like, I'm not as engaged with the stuff that you're saying. But, I mean, yeah, I hope this helps a little bit. I mean...
This Grow a Garden is known as the game that changed Roblox, but still, it's a pretty basic game, so...
I don't know what happened.
Grow a Garden is known as the game that changed Roblox.
Yeah, so... Alright, so we start, and I'm looking at you.
Grow a Garden...
Alright, oh, okay, something in the center, so easy enough. I would definitely start with you in the center, if you, yeah, I would, that's where I would start. All right, so center.
Is known as the game.
Okay, now you're in the way again, so I'm paying attention to you.
Changed Roblox.
Okay, now I have to follow you back up, but now you're trying to show me something back here.
But still, it's a pretty basic.
It's just a little difficult. And I mean, honestly, if you slow that stuff down, I think it's gonna be a lot easier. But never be afraid to remove your character sometimes. I think that would help you. Okay, I guess I'll move on then. I hope that helps, and stick with me, right? Because I'm always like, dude, okay, I don't want to plug this. If you want like more in detail stuff like this, then viral.coach, there's a little bit of a community that I'm starting, right? I mean, there's one that's like really in depth where I spend hours breaking your stuff down, but there's one community that I can give feedback more like this. So you're more than welcome to jump in there, or in the Discord if you just want to show me your content when you finish it next, and I'll try to say, hey, don't do that or whatever, which is discord.gg/JohnScott. But the coaching stuff, or the community it's in the description. All right. So let me get these others here. Why is it not? There we go. Okay, so that person that was saying Pingy was just trying to say their name. They weren't trying to tell me Royal Pear. Spiky Likey. Okay. Pingy, I'll get to you next. Damn, I just about Googled their freaking... There we go. Spiky Likey. Hey, no problem. You want to know something funny is I used to be a VTuber myself, but it wasn't a PNG tuber. I did try the PNG tuber thing once, but yeah.
I am here to challenge myself.
I was I did stream too, and I think maybe I didn't post any of that stuff on here, but my channel was for like 3D storytelling. And so I used this avatar, this character over on Twitch as a VTuber kind of thing. So yeah, you're among friends. Okay, so yeah, I think Mocknix, it might have been like twitch.tv/Mocknix. I don't even know if it still exists or not. Sure does. Yeah, you'd probably see some stuff on there. Yeah, that's how I had it set up.
What the fuck was that thing?
Okay, anyway, I used VR. That's how I went about it. All right, so moving on to the next one. I think I have Spiky Likey. Spiky. Oh, okay. We got PNG tubers. You were right. That's That's cool. I couldn't tell if that was like a mustache or whatever. All right, right on. Let's take a look at this just to see. I can't hear your audio.
None other than Toad. Wait, who is considerably the most evil Nintendo character? Well, it is none other than Toad. Wait, no, I'm actually serious. This is all because of one simple yet fun game called Mario Kart 7, where I was attempting to 100% the game since I haven't done it before. Little did I know there's a big problem that was awaiting. I started playing course after course, having a great time overall. But then I was noticing something. The fact that Toad is always behind me when I finish. I then brush it off and then complete all the easy tracks. But after that, it seems as if his AI got harder. Every time I was first, I'd get blue shelled and he would pass me.
Okay, all right, so I dig the idea of the storytelling. I think you might not be showing visually enough what you're talking about, which is, it's okay, but this kind of shows me more just PNG tuber chops.
None other than Toad. Wait, no, I'm actually serious. This is all because of one simple yet fun game called Mario Kart 7, where I was attempting to...
I think visually, okay, you have a lot of movement, but you're not showing a lot of shit, right? You're... At this point, I've seen Toad, and I've seen the Mario Kart 7 logo. I mean, we're like 10 seconds in, and that's all I've seen. And you've got a cool background, you got a cool aesthetic, but I'm not feeling as engaged as I should be. I shouldn't be. I should be like locked into your story. Also, when you say the most evil character, let's move on to storytelling real quick, and then we'll go to something else, another piece of your content. But the most annoying character, what's this called? The most annoying character in Mario Kart 7. All right, that's cool. I think the most evil, like the way that you said it, is it's more grabby. Also, I don't want to tell you guys to not believe whatever you believe or whatever. I'm just saying that when you have content like this and you put a Bible verse as the description, it might be confusing to the algorithm, right? So just take that for what it's worth. I'm not going to say anything more about it. The way that you could have pitched this is you don't find out who the evil character is until the very end, right? And that character is Toad. And then, like, oh, wow, I had to stay until the end to find out who this character he's talking about is, right? You tell him about, he was on my ass the entire, well, you probably wouldn't say it, but he was on my ass the entire time. Every race I finished, he was always second, blah, blah, blah. And you could up the stakes a little bit more about the situation between you and this character. And of course, it's Toad. And you would probably get a lot of comments, a lot of engagement saying, I knew it was Toad before he even said it, right? That's the kind of stuff that makes people like people want to feel smart. They want to feel like they knew before the punchline, and I bet you that would have done better. Let's take a look at another one here. Cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Okay. Let's see your most popular one. Mario Maker Ultimate Game Idea. Since I don't know you, I don't give a crap, right? Like, fine, you have an idea, but I don't know who you are, so like, why is that important to me? Your title could probably use a little bit of work. Like, why is this so special? Or if you said whoever the Mario Maker studio is, like if you said something like Nintendo missed out, right? Then I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's so important? You know what I mean? Like Nintendo, I would say something on my channel like Nintendo fucked up by not doing this, but I wouldn't write the word fuck. I would put like the F star or whatever, and then people understand like, oh wow, I have to know what that is. Like, how did Nintendo mess up? And so Nintendo messed up by not doing this, which is making your idea. It doesn't change the content whatsoever, but it's the way that you package the content that matters.
I feel like Nintendo is missing out on a game that could be
Dude, your hook was exactly what I said. That's crazy.
really good for their business. Hear me
Man, you should have done that, right? That should have been your title. God. Come on, guys.
out, Mario Maker Ultimate. This is normal Mario Maker, but with a slight twist.
Okay, so the setup is slow, right? By the time I'm already here, I'm like, why you... Hold on.
And playing Mario, I feel like Nintendo is missing out on a game that could be really good for their business. Hear me out, Mario Maker Ultimate. This is normal Mario Maker, but with a slight twist. Instead of just creating and playing 2D Mario worlds, you can also do the same thing in 3D worlds. Not only that, but there could also be some room in this game for custom Mario Kart tracks. And since the Switch 2 has better specs, this would be a gem for Nintendo. Now this is obviously such a good idea. Nintendo will hire me, and now I can kindly force them to add menu music for the Switch 2. I feel like Nintendo is missing out on a game that could be really good for their business.
Okay. All right. So the visual hook that you have here, it's not necessarily for your next one.
I feel like Nintendo is missing out on
For your next short, think about the most powerful visual you have in that short and don't start with yourself. Okay? If you are going to start with yourself, maybe I wouldn't start with yourself. I'd have you pop in after, because this blurry whatever you got going on, the mosaic sensor is like so visually engaging as it's coming towards the viewer. Man, that I just imagine that being on the shorts feed and then somebody, or the short shelf, and somebody hovering over it and seeing it immediately. Like, holy crap, right? And if they're scrolling, the very first thing they see is this bap, 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 bap. It's just so chef's kiss.
really good for their business.
Yeah, and I love that the background darkens. Like, that's great, man. You built the tension visually. It's just, you gotta back it up. Right on. Right on.
Hear me out, Mario Maker Ultimate. This is normal Mario Maker, but with a slight twist.
Okay. All right, let's move on to another one. I really love your style. I never use a drop shadow with noise, and it so works for you. Like, I've never seen it done so tastefully. Very, very good. Okay, that one was 90. Let's take a look here. Make sure. Okay, I only got 3 responses, so I got time. All right, so there's a lot of, man, this makes me think you're a Minecraft YouTuber. Was this old stuff and then you, so you do PNG tuber stuff on your shorts, and on your longs it's gaming? Thank you, Pingy. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't, what is, what's his name do? Royal Pear. I don't know if he even does long form. but it does make me think of Noodle, and I know how he does his long form. Okay, so he does long form, and it's the storytelling or situational telling, the PNG tuber style. So if you were gonna do long form, you should try one just to see, like, the way that you set up your stories seems like a story that I could get invested in long term, right? If that's like, if that's what you want to do, if storytelling is, if you have a story worth making a longer video about, I would try the Royal Pair style and see where it takes you. That would be very, very cool to see. Okay, let me move on to another person. And like I said, all the link in the description if you want more feedback from me like this, or you can just show me your next video in the Discord. And I don't know, I can't update it now, but I'll make sure to put my Discord in my future shit. Okay, Pingy. It's kind of weird because, like, if you're all PNG tubers, I might be giving you the very similar shit. All right, shorts. Are you more of a shorts creator or I see live streams, so it's a bit of a mix, I guess. 5 days ago. Oh, you do vertical streams. That's pretty cool. When I did the PNG live stream thing, I tried it, and it gave me only like 2 states. Is it different now? Like, I had some sort of website that I used as a plugin for OBS, and when it heard my voice, it would just like change my face. Is it different now? You're pre-cringing. All right, let's take a look. 586,000. Let's see what went right with this one. Ooh, 610,000. I don't know why this happens. Here, let me show you what's happening on mine, just so you can see that it's not just millions of a you problem. But when I look at my most popular ones, at some point they start to get mixed up. Like, here's a 9.9 million, and then it goes to 12 million, and then 13 million, and then back to 12, 9. Like, it doesn't make sense. They're not in order, right? And so yours having a 586,000 and then a 610,000. I don't know. YouTube is messing up. You use tags. I'm not legit. I use tags. I'm not legit. What are you talking about?
If I got trapped,
are you talking about those fucking meta tag or viral tag things that are going around? If you did,
most people don't.
If you did, it's a good thing you changed it. Meta tags. Is that what you guys call them? I know I did that video about meta tags. I only saw the one person on Reddit talking about it. I mean, I saw it everywhere. Obviously, if I click on my shorts feed, we'll see some more. But yeah, I'm seeing in my subreddit, in the 2 subreddits that I moderate, I'm seeing a whole lot of complaints like, I got banned. Oh, you heard it from me? Okay. You dropped it 2 months ago. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, well, we'll call them slop tags. Right on. All right, let's take a look and see what went right here. Let me get the... Can I escape IKEA with only 3 Pokemon? Okay, so it's more of a...
Trapped in Infinite IKEA, these 3 Pokemon. If I got trapped in Infinite IKEA, these 3 Pokemon would save my life. Starting with Snorlax. Yeah, he'll probably eat all the food, but that's the whole point. He's my scavenger. And because I took music class in 6th grade, I brought this Pokeflute to wake him up whenever I'm hungry. And now that starving's off the table, we've got a new problem. Shelter. And the lights are about to go out. So I need someone who's strong. Someone who can build and throw hands with the employees, such as Mr. Mime. See, while Ash was losing championships, Mr. Mime was at home grinding Fortnite. And while
oh my... Dude. Okay. I got a lot to say about this. Hold on. There was just the way that you have this. I don't know if it's not really a story. It's more of like, I don't know. But the way that you build the tension in it and you set the stakes, even something as simple and the lights are about to go out, like just thrown in the middle of it is so genius. That is very, very good. Okay. Because people were like, oh crap, like stakes. Okay, so something more, more tension, you know, that's very, very good. Okay,
got trapped in Infinite IKEA, these 3 Pokemon would save my life.
Is Infinite IKEA like a popular topic, like a backrooms thing?
Starting with Snorlax. Yeah, he'll probably eat all the food, but that's the whole point. He's my scavenger. And because I took music class in 6th grade, I brought this Pokeflute to wake him up whenever I'm hungry. And now that starving's off the table, we've got a new problem, shelter. And the lights are about to go out. So I need someone who's strong, someone who can build and throw hands with the employees, such as Mr. Mime. See, while Ash was losing championships, Mr. Mime was at home grinding Fortnite. And while Snorlax and I are scavenging, he'll be using his invisible barriers to crank 90s and build a sky base. So now that I got food on standby and a crib at the build limit, all that's left is escape. And the logical choice for our final Pokemon would be someone like Alakazam, whose IQ is approximately 5,000. But you know what? I don't want to leave. So I'm choosing Rotom, because he can be my portable charger for when I doom scroll YouTube shorts.
Okay, I know what. Okay, first I gotta say I don't have much to offer in your content. Like I don't know if you've had a different channel before or if you've been at this for a long time, but the way you write your content is the way you should be writing your content. It's impressive. The only thing I could say about this is it's too long, right? By the time people get to number 3, the way that this works, man, I hate to say this, but shorts viewers are dumb. they lose track of what's going on, and so you are trying to give them as much dopamine as possible before they forget what they were watching. And by the third one, I forgot. Right? I'm like, what is going on now? And so I think the novelty of your content wears off before 30 seconds or right around 30 seconds. So by the time I get to second 30, I'm like, all right, I kind of get what this is about. Let me go to the next thing that's different. The next little piece of dopamine. So I've got a shitload of dopamine from your story so far, up to like 30 seconds. But now, what else are you really offering besides finishing your story for you, right? It's yeah. So 2 ways you could go about it. 1 is having a different concept of a video, or 2, your 3 Pokemon needs to be shortened. Cut out any fluff, anything that doesn't matter to your story. Sometimes that means jokes too. Down to 30 seconds, and I bet you that's a 1 million view video. Dude, it's very, very good. Incredibly good. This is a secret boss in Undertale. Also, where's the where was that one? Can I escape IKEA with only 3 Pokemon? In this case, I think that you would probably do best making your own thumbnail if you're down for that. Because what I'm looking at doesn't...
If I got...
Like, even your very first... Hold on. Like, that right there is your thumbnail. That should have been the one that you picked, in my opinion. But if you could make it yourself, imagine what you would make it, right? Put that endless IKEA image and then like 3 Pokeballs and you or whatever you think is going to make somebody click, and like set that as your first frame or the very last frame. And then when you select the frame, by the way, for those that don't know, you select your thumbnail when you upload it through mobile. Then you can click on the thing right when you're writing your description. If you click on the image, you can select the thumbnail. You can scroll to either like whatever still you want, like this one would be fine. But yeah, if you scroll all the way to the end, it's easy to find the one frame that you made as a thumbnail, because at the numbers that you're getting on the short shelf. I just don't think that people are clicking it because it doesn't really look like your story. Yeah, give me just a sec. I got a cat situation. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Every now and then my cat Milo will meow at my door, and I have to walk downstairs with him to trick him. And then I'll run back upstairs real quick. Okay, so the thing I was saying before, let me go to the course so you can see what I'm talking about. By the way, if you guys ever do like courses or whatever in the future, Kajabi is like the best platform I've ever used to build a business. That's not what I want. There we go. Upload. Sorry, I had to take you through everything. All right, it is time to upload this beast. So, once I get to this part here, there. All right, so you see when you're uploading, there's this little pencil icon up here where you can type your caption. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. There. Well, at least I didn't show you all my financials on accident. So when you are uploading your shorts, there's this little thumbnail right there, and you can put a pencil. Yeah, you can put a pencil. You can click the pencil or click that thumbnail, and then it'll allow you to scroll through and pick your own image. I'll show you what that looks like. And like all the others, you can add text. And so I pick one. It gives you only these two options, like filters, which suck, and then text. And what I do is I'll usually do like a bunch of underscores and then like 2 different underscores to make an arrow, or you can make a circle. If you go to the second, yeah, I made a circle there, as you can see, and then I'll make it bigger and circle something like the gun or whatever. But yeah, so that's how you do it. You just kind of scroll through and pick the frame that you want. And if you have your first or last frame set as a thumbnail, of course you'd have to add the thumbnail into your edit, right? But you'd be able to drag it all the way to the end and select that frame, that last frame, and then you've got your own custom thumbnail for your shorts. That's how it's done. Yeah! I scheduled mine the next day and swapped the thumbnail on my phone after. I don't know. I don't know about all that. I've never scheduled a... What the fuck is all this? I've never scheduled a short. I always just kind of say, hey, here you go. It's worked out so far. Can't do it on PC. Nope, you can't. You have to do it with your phone. I didn't know that you can change it, though. You can change it after on your phone. That's interesting. Oh, jeez. Yeah. That company, EV Mux, is getting back at me now, asking if I had my camera added to my scene and stuff. I'm like, yes. I'm just gonna cancel because like that's ridiculous. All right, let's go back here. All right, I think that's the third one, right? Pinky Roach, yeah. Cool. I upload my shorts via PC and then edit them on the phone. Add the thumbnail. Damn, I guess you can do it. I've never done that before. Do you do it in YouTube Studio? Just curious. Edit. And then what? You just click on it? Nope, it doesn't work for me. Weird. Okay. You can only edit the thumbnail in the YouTube app. Oh, in the YouTube app, so not the YouTube Studio app. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, now we all know. Now we all know. All right, so I guess that's it. That's all the people that have sent their channel in right now. So we can go to, if I remember correctly, you have to go through YouTube app, click on your content, takes you to Studio, edit a short, let you pick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I always do it on the way there. Oh, dude, you know what? I can change it. Nope, that's the old one here. Is this the one that we're streaming right now? Yeah, there we go. Whoopsie. What is happening? Dude, okay, I get it. Discord. HTTPS. I mean, do I really even need that? Discord.gg/John Scott. I don't even know if that'll work or not, but you get the idea. Usually it shows up as like a little button. Yeah, so as far as your long form videos, it just looks like PNG live
You
streams.
definitely got to heal up.
Okay. You know, I haven't really seen a whole lot of like successful PNG YouTuber streamers that do story shorts. I've just never seen one. Maybe you guys know of one and you could show me. But it's just the combination that I usually see is the same type of content. Earlier today, somebody asked that I ended up banning because he called me a scammer. But they asked, can you, if you do shorts and you get like popular shorts, does it ruin the potential to do long form, to have popular long form videos? And there's a couple rules of thought here. Farming watch hours word. Yeah, there's a couple schools of thought here when it comes to the do shorts ruin long form views. Yeah, they can. I mean, if you look at my channel, my long forms don't get as much views as my shorts. Couple reasons for that. My long forms, I can show you on the way to where I am right now. I've done a bunch of different type of content. Let's go all the way back. Here I did like YouTube tutorials before I ever joined up vidIQ. OTK Mizkif update, that was like YouTube news. Then I started doing regular news, worst DoorDash driver. This was my That 70 Show Iceberg, which ended up getting me monetized. That was the one that went big. Then I did top 10 terrible TikTok trends. And then I kept doing like Netflix stuff. So my channel has been a mix of a bunch of different things. And so nobody really stuck around to watch it all, right? Like it's a bunch of different audiences. And then I did vlogs for a little while, which I enjoyed. And yeah, so that is one reason why they don't do so well. I can see on my other channel, on this one that you're watching right now, I can see how doing shorts and long forms together will be beneficial. It's pretty easy for education channels to work. And when people, okay, so a little backstory. What happened earlier in Discord, the guy, he said, hey, if you get popular on shorts or whatever, does it ruin your long form? And I said, that's a great topic. I'm going to make content about it later. And then he like posted a really long explanation. He said, never mind, I figured it out, and gave the long explanation of shorts viewers watch shorts. Like that's what it boils down to. And he said, you could have just said that instead of saying you would make a content later or whatever about it, and then he said, that's pretty scammy. And I was working and I'm like, dude, you asked me for like my opinion, my thought on this. And now you're, I don't know, very entitled, but now you're mad that I didn't answer you immediately. But the thing that shorts viewers watch shorts doesn't help are how to actually get long form views. And it doesn't cover the fact that it's not the same case with all niches. If you're an entertainment niche and you start heavy on shorts, it's going to be really tough to do long forms like any other type of long form. And honestly, for you guys that are doing these very, very good shorts, I could see your long forms not performing. If you start out with long forms and you have that audience built, then yeah, it can work. But yeah, shorts viewers do watch shorts. It's just the way it is. My shorts viewers won't come over to my long forms. I made this one, which was a compilation of a bunch of different shorts, like how this guy, what's his name? Man, he used to do the RTX Minecraft edits. Jake Fellman, right? Jake Fellman used to do the same thing where he would make a big, I've got a theory about him, by the way, I'll tell you here in a second. But he used to do long forms where it was a compilation of all of his shorts together, just like I did. But he did it so early in his YouTube career that it worked for him. And yeah, now since shorts are so easy and YouTube is pushing shorts as much as possible, it's just they just want people on the shorts feed. The reason they want people on the shorts feed is because it keeps people on the platform. People like, sure, you can push long forms as much and people might stick around for longer long forms, but they stick around in shorts feed for hours without even knowing it. And so shorts creators are getting rewarded big time. But they don't want you to do long form, especially if it's not getting the type of viewer hours that you are in the shorts feed. Yeah, so this Jake Fellman guy, he would make these Minecraft RTX. I mean, dude, they were so good. Look at this. Yeah, like, he just made these Minecraft RTX 100% or whatever, and they're just like realistic Minecraft. But now it's all AI slop, just constant AI slop. I can't understand why he would do something like this. And then I realized I understand why he did something like this. And I don't know. I don't plan on making a video about this, but I would like to show you what happened. I talked to a couple people about this. So if you go and you look at Jake Fellman, that was 2 years ago. Maybe it's under the user Jake Fellman. Unless it all got deleted. It all got deleted. Hold on. There's got to be a way to find this. New. Okay. Oh no, he deleted it all. Holy crap. Maybe I can look up the user. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so here's what happened, right? When this hot knife trend started, it started going wild, right? It's all AI hot knife trend. It was knives cutting through glass and shit, and cold knife, whatever. That's what's going on here. And he started making his own version of these through Blender, or however he makes it, through Maya, just like the 3D. At some point, he switches over to doing it with AI. And the reason is because he kept getting comments on these that said, this is AI, right? Like, look at the letters here. It looks like AI. And so he just did a bunch of these, and everybody kept accusing him of doing it with AI. And so he started posting, he started posting these, which show the wireframes of him actually making it. And he kept doing that, right? If the animation is too good, it's probably AI. If the animation is too bad, it's probably AI, right? He just showed his name and everything. There's the wireframe. And then suddenly he stops responding. He stops posting. And now all of his accounts are just all AI slop. I think he sold his channel. I think he got so fed up with everybody accusing him of doing AI that he said, fuck it. And he sold his channel. That is my theory anyway. Because I don't know, like it could get to you, I'm sure, right? And now he's doing just a crap load of, well, that account is doing a crap load of AI slop, and the Jake Fellman on TikTok and everything is AI slop too. It's just so bad. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I don't have proof, but like it all makes sense. Like as an artist. As somebody who actually creates something, I couldn't just give my name away to like some company who just wants to make AI bullshit, right? That is just so tough. But I also don't want to be accused of making AI stuff. And I've been accused of it, and occasionally I will use ChatGPT or whatever to generate some characters in my animations, like this one's 3D, right? But these people back here were easy to generate through Google AI Studio. The bus, none of the animation is actually AI or anything like that, but it's just easier. Before I had AI, I would go to Google Stock, and I would have to download a person, and then I would have to Photoshop them into whatever situation I wanted. Like this guy right here.
So my friend and I are...
I'll show you. This guy right here is Adobe Stock, and I had to like add the Walmart logo and stuff like that to make him look like a Walmart security guard. And also his that's not his hand. I had to Photoshop it that way to make it look like it was holding it. It was just a whole lot of work. Now that AI can do it, it speeds up the process. And I think that that is the best way to use AI. I think that that's totally fair to use AI to speed up your creative workflow. I don't think it's fine to use AI to generate your content. I think that that's a fucking waste of time. Yeah. That's just how it is, man. See, that's the road reality. That is the kind of... I just want to... I don't know. I just want to show it on screen. It's amazing when you put time and effort into something and a bunch of sloppy assholes put out crap content and get success. F that. Well, a lot of people have been asking me about that too. Why am I so against AI slop? If you're just jealous, right? It's doing so well on YouTube. Look at all these views it's getting. How many of these views are actual people? Like, why do people forget that there are so many bots on YouTube? If somebody is lazy enough to put out botted content, why would they not just put out botted views too? Like, is that too hard to understand? A lot of people that are watching this AI, some people do watch AI slop, and I believe it's on Facebook. I believe it's old people that think things are real. I think some Sora videos are funny. I don't think that they'll ever have like the kind of stakes and investment that a real person could have like in content. I've seen like there have been some AI videos that make me laugh, but dude, that stuff that Jake Fellman is doing, it's just like it's a waste of space. And if you go here, I'll show you. Go look at these comments. All of these comments are AI, or they're people complaining that it's AI. It's impressive how you went from amazing 3D animations to using AI. Honestly, if you ain't gonna pour effort into your passion, you might as well leave. I love your videos. First, okay, so this one is new, but man, on TikTok, it's all just the way you said that totally makes sense. It's all just comments like that. Like, this changed my whole perspective. Oh, now it all makes sense. It's comments that can go to any video, right? It's just bots, all bullshit. Oh, I didn't mean you're jealous. I mean everybody that does AI, that doesn't do AI, is jealous. And there is a subreddit called AI Tubers, I think. Some of them in there make sense. I believe like maybe like 7% of people in there. I'm like, all right, I get it. Because there are some that actually put effort into using separate AI tools to building like this combined thing that takes them hours or days to make. Totally fine, right? That's creative effort. Slop is effortless. That's the difference. But yeah, there's a ton more people in AI tubers that are like, everybody's just jealous because you're making bank or whatever. Nobody's making bank. I don't know who's making bank. Show me the person. Have them show me their channel. Like, show me the AI channel that's making bank. Do you think AI is useful in script creation, or would you advise against it? I think it is, but don't let it have the vision, right? So every now and then I'll think of like, what's a different way I could say this? And I'll say, hey, ChatGPT, here's my sentence. Think of different ways I could word this. And it'll say some things in an order that gets me to think about it differently. And maybe this sentence now builds more attention than the one I had before. Or it like spurs off this totally different idea that I didn't think about. I think it's totally fine, but I don't think it's fine to have it write your script. I think everybody soon they'll know when it's ChatGPT written. And I mean, I can point it out easy, especially in the YouTube advice niche. Like my old job, nobody there uses AI to write their shit, right? But there are some that I can easily point it out, because after you use AI to write, or after you talk to AI for so long, you understand how it talks. And then when you see other YouTube gurus talking like AI, you're like, shit, you didn't even fucking write that. How am I supposed to trust you, right? So you got to be careful making sure it doesn't have the vision. Hey, this new bandwave on YouTube, do you think it's mainly targeting AI content farm channels, or just YouTube's AI system messing up? I believe it's targeting slop. I think it's targeting anything that it deems effortless, which means stolen content. If you have gotten a copyright strike before or a copyright claim before, like, it's looking at you. It's making sure you're not doing anything else. But every now and then you will get one that fucks up. Like Deep Humor, this channel right here, YouTube put a strike on his channel. I'll show you the exact video. YouTube's false strike killed my channel. Like, YouTube's trying to ban my channel. So it was this video that they finally took action, right? Because he's talking about another channel that had inappropriate content about people who are not adults. I don't want my channel to get banned, so I gotta word it that way. But yeah, he was the whistleblower on it. He made this huge stink about it, and AI banned his or AI struck his channel for it because it confused itself, I guess. But every now and then you will have one of those that comes through, and yeah, it sucks, man. But for every one channel that gets totally fucked, I think that there are like 10,000 channels that deservedly get removed. A Deep Humor showed I'm pretty sure, maybe it wasn't Deep Humor, but somebody showed the amount of channels that are getting banned, and it was, before AI, it was like 300,000, and now it's like 9 million or some shit. It's crazy. So back to your original question, I think it's trying to find all effortless content, and that means stolen content. That means clip farm channels. That means AI channels too. I think that anything that people don't put effort into, I think it's getting rid of it. And like the one I showed, what was it, ZDAC or whatever? Is that it? ZDAC? Yeah, channels like this that are doing the thing that I was talking about, like, these are just meme channels. Oh, it's a dog. I don't know if this one would get taken down outside of the crazy meta tag bullshit that they're doing, because like you could call this effort, but I don't know. Like, taking two memes and smashing them together, like, this is oh my god, what is that freaking... Oh my god, I can't think of that movie. The dude, he does Blue Steel. Anyway, yeah, so they're taking copyrighted content. But yeah, I don't know about a channel like this, but if you're doing those clips that like rate a bunch of other people's content on like top 5, whatever, I think that those are on the chopping block too. AI is such a common topic nowadays, it's crazy. Yeah, it sucks. AI generated started flooding YouTube. The views on original human-made videos have dropped drastically unless they're from very old established channels. What do you think? Okay, so I agree, but TBT or TB Tunes, we already talked about this. The comment that I gave you yesterday, I still believe. I think that for the next year, it's going to get worse. It's going to get a whole lot worse. I think AI is going to flood every aspect of our lives, even outside of media. And there's just going to be a emotional revolution when it comes to human content, because people are already sick of it. The people that are sick of it right now are the ones that are chronically online, like me. I'm so deep into YouTube and everything that I know everything before everybody else. That's how I know all the YouTube news and bullshit, because I don't fucking do anything else with my life. And so naturally, I'm gonna get sick of all the AI content, everything AI being shoved in my face, and I'm ready for true human connection. It's only a matter of time before everybody else feels that way too. And so I gotta close this window. Like, nobody is gonna watch a live stream like this that is a robot talking, right? Like, it doesn't have human experience. And I think we're overwhelmed with the sheer amount of garbage that's going on that we forget that human experience and sharing that is the most important facet. And that means storytellers like you guys, right? It doesn't mean you have to show your face. It just means that the idea, the experience, that it comes from you. Probably a dangerous thought, but if YouTube used the selfie recorded to verify age and made sure that was in every one of your videos, it would stop a lot of slop, wouldn't it? And made sure that was in every... Made sure your face was in every... Zoolander, yeah, that's it. You can't escape these type of shorts. I don't know what you mean. If YouTube used the selfie recorded to verify your age and made sure that was in every one of your videos, it would stop a lot of slop. Yeah, I guess if your face was in it, right? But there are plenty of faceless channels that aren't slop. I might have misunderstood what you were saying there, though. I just make simple video game graphic showcase videos, and even my vids have some people claiming I use generative AI. Hey, what's your channel? I want to take a look. Is it at... Well, I guess I could just click it, huh? At Swerve Gaming. I have 2 different computers, so I can't just click your name. I have to search it. So the one that you're seeing is not the one that's streaming right now. I'm running it through graphics or capture cards to my other computer. Swerve Gaming. That's you. Yeah, if they made sure your selfie was in each of your videos, they already have your face. Just make sure that matches. Yeah, I mean, it could work, but it wouldn't work for every channel. Yeah, the faceless thing. I mean, I imagine that would take a significant amount of resources that they wouldn't put into it just because of so many faceless. Like, what about who's the fucking dude that breaks the phones? I'll just look at my history because I know he's in there, deep in there. I watched him yesterday. Man, maybe it wasn't on this channel. I watch so much fucking YouTube. But it was a cool looking phone, the one that I saw. You guys know who I'm talking about? Yeah, jerry rig everything. So, like, if one of his videos didn't have his face in it, it would be a problem. Even though he's, like, already an established creator. But what about creators that don't have his face in? That's a bad example because his face is obviously in it. But, you know what I mean? It's not usually. You don't need a face at all. It's not hard to stray from AI slop when you aren't AI slop. Okay. So, this makes GTA 5 look so real. Enhanced with some mods, put clips together, speeding. Okay. All right. So your thing was I make simple video game video game graphic showcase videos, and even my vids have people claiming I use generative AI overlaid on the game footage. Oh, okay. So it's not. It's just people bullshitting, but you use mods. Okay, I get you. I could see how that would be mistaken because it looks so good. But, yeah. At least it's not like, hey, you're using only AI, right? Like most people. Well, I mean, you're not at all, but, like, at least they're not claiming that because, like, even the beginning, Night City is, like, you can read these words and stuff, and there's none of that AI noise. That drama. There's the AI song channel blowing up. Well, I don't know. Let me just look for the Ms. Kiff one. We'll take a look at that channel. I have like 3 different opinions about that channel, but some people won't agree with my opinion. But I'll explain why I'm right and they're wrong. I just saw it. Why would it repeat? That doesn't make sense. I can't remember what his Gucci Marks, that's it. So Gucci Marks does AI songs. He writes the lyrics. He uses VO3, I believe, to do a lot of the video. But okay, so he's got a couple elements. First, he's got like VO3 videos or whatever. I don't know how he's doing it to get their faces so perfect. And then he's using Suno to make some of the music. And then what he does is he writes the lyrics, and the amount of fucking editing that goes into these songs, and like the songs don't come out perfect, right? They don't come out exactly the way that he wants, I'm sure. Like the way that he writes, the dude clearly has a background in music production. Like you don't make something this good right off the top. Suno doesn't just hand you a banger, right? And the only way that I know that is because I was a musician for like over a decade. I worked in studios. I was touring the U.S. Like I know what it's like. I know what Suno is capable of, and I know why it sucks, right? As a musician, to like a normal person that just wants to make funny songs or whatever, it's fine. But the way that it lines up syllables, its rhyme schemes, it's just like the words it uses, it's all shit. It might be getting better, but I can tell that he fucking did it, right? And so all the work that he put into that and the work that he puts into the edit, I don't think it's slop. You know, there's a lot of AI in it, but it's a tool for him, right? He combines a lot of tools, and slop is effortless. There's clear effort that went into these pieces of content. Yeah. So no, what happened was a guy in my niche started to actually do generative AI over gameplay. Oh, well, what a fuck. He stopped once I guess it stopped being monetizable. Yeah. Dude, there's a ton of people in Reddit that I don't want to call out certain Redditors, but there's a lot of scams going on where people will say, hey, learn how to whip out AI content and make money and blah, blah, blah. You're not going to make money. You're just not. No matter the people that you would have to compete with to make the money that you're trying to make, they're already so far ahead. They're already so advanced. There's no possible way you're catching up. Like, it's just like, if you're going to use AI, try to combine it with your original content or something, because that's the only way you're going to make it. And so I think that the people that can monetize content with AI, they already fucking know how to make content. They already have an idea or a vision or whatever, but the people that these scammers get a hold of are brand new to content creation. They don't know any better, so they think, oh, hey, this is easy money. I know somebody that makes thousands of dollars a month off shorts. And so, yeah, that's what I get. People argue with my product, the viral shorts course or whatever, this one. And so they see these shorts and they're like, well, you can just do that with AI now. And it's like, okay, well, show me the AI channel that's doing this, that's making the type of money that I make, because it's just like, it doesn't exist, right? It takes like a significant amount of effort to actually start making money on YouTube with shorts. And people see this shit and they say shit, and it just doesn't. It makes me mad because people are getting scammed. Like, I just want to say, hey, look, like, learn a skill. Skills pay bills. AI, it does if you already know how to do shit. See, AI improves this. Yeah, skills pay bills. AI can improve skills or make the workflow of your skill easier to pay the bills. AI will not pay the bills by itself. Yeah, I said what I said. Yeah. Okay, I have to go grocery shopping. This was fun, but now that we're kind of in a flow, I'll do another one of these here soon. Not today, maybe tomorrow. We'll get a schedule set up, and yeah, we'll get a schedule set up, and we'll start doing this damn thing. Okay? Okay. Okay. Until next time, I'll see you next time. I guess I could play the song when I leave. Oh, man. This was fun.